Hey, what's going on? This is JT, and today I'm going to be talking about the richest man in Babylon. And right after that, we will be playing our live stream game for the month, which is Simple Hangman. All right. In the month of October, I've been reading for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour every day. My first book was The Little Red Book of Marketing. I had this book for over 20 years and I read it every so often. So I decided to be the next read for every 30 minutes to an hour would be The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a short book, not many pages. It's anywhere from, I think, 155 pages. So I can be finished this in a couple of days. I could probably read it in one setting, but I'm going to take my time and read every day. Just about 15 minutes to an hour, depending on my time frame. But I've been committing this month to making sure this channel gets monetized. Number one. Another thing I wanted to do is to expand my reach. A third thing that I wanted to do in the month of October is also make sure that I create better habits, and reading is one of them. Okay. So that's why I wanted to start off by talking about The Richest Man in Babylon. Many people have told me about this book for years. I've had this book in my library for about 10 years. I've read it kind of here and there, but never read it completely. So today was the first time that I read it, the first chapter. So I want to talk about that and also the summary of the book. So every live stream from today, you'll hear me mention a little bit more about The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Okay, so let's talk about this. I found a nice article that gave me a summary of The Richest Man in Babylon. So I want to go through this. Let's talk about that. So The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, summary and analysis. Basically, let's talk about it, about the author, George Samuel Clason's perspective. George Samuel Clason is an author from the early 20th century who revolutionized financial advice. After serving in the Spanish-American War, George started writing international pamphlets about achieving financial success. The Richest Man in Babylon is a compilation of his more popular pamphlets. George is credited with inventing the term pay yourself first. I've definitely heard that before. He also started two companies, the Clason Map Company of Denver, Colorado, and the Clason Publishing Company. The Clason Map Company was the first to publish a road atlas of the United States of Canada. All right, let's talk about the synopsis of The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon is a book almost 100 years old. That said, the book is still applicable today, as it was when it was first published in 1926. I did not know it was published that long ago. Okay, 1926, pretty amazing. So let me put that back on the screen. We're going to go ahead and finish reading the synopsis. Okay, so the book focuses on explaining financial advice. Okay, where am I? I lost my place. Okay, the book focuses on explaining financial advice through a collection of parables. These parables are set in ancient Babylon, specifically set 4,000 years ago. They are associated with fictional Babylonian character called Arkad. Arkad is a poor scribe who became the richest man in Babylon. Babylon was the wealthiest city in the world at the time because its people appreciated the value of money. This book is one of the most influential classical books providing financial advice. By the end of this book summary, you will have an understanding of Arcad's financial advice. Specifically, you will have 7 cures and 5 laws of gold. These will help you generate money and then protect and invest it. So everyone that told me about this book told me that, hey, you need to read it. It will help you to have a simple understanding of finances. Everyone can use it. I've never heard any bad summary or anyone talk bad about this book, so I definitely wanted to check it out. So let's go ahead and break down some of the things from this summary. Arcad's 7 cures. Pay yourself first. I've definitely heard this before. For each 10 coins you put in your purse to spend, but 9. George Samuel Clayson, okay? You should always be looking to save when you can. Clayson recommends saving at least 10% of your earning. If you can save a higher proportion than this, then that is great. The money might be going to pay off debt, but it is still growing your wealth. If you are in debt, you should live on 70% of what you earn. Save 10% for yourself and use the remaining 20% to repay your debts. You should set aside before you spend any other money. That's a good thing to practice. I'm gonna put that into practice. And it's pretty simple. 10% of your earnings. You can save higher if you can, depending on your debts. But it's pretty basic, and I've heard this before. Let's find some more things that this chapter talks about. So every expense you have is your slave. Every expense you have is you slaving for someone else. If you do not pay yourself first, you are merely working to pay other people. I feel that way sometimes, right? So Clayson explains, you might as well be a servant if you do not pay yourself first. This is because servants work to earn food and shelter. Damn. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty harsh right there. That's a hard pill to swallow. It says every expense you have is you slaving for someone else. Every expense. So if you do not pay yourself first, you are merely working to pay other people. Clayson explains you might as well be a servant if you do not pay yourself first. This is because servants work to earn food and shelter. Wow, that is pretty hard. That's powerful words there. So he goes on to say, control your expenses. Says you want to control your expenses. To save a minimum of 10% of your earnings, you will have to minimize the money going out. You need to be spending 90% or less of your income. So you need to learn to live below your means and try to avoid unnecessary expenses. Your expenses will always grow equal to your income if you don't protest. Stop and consider what you are spending money on and minimize this. If not, you will be saving 0 of your earnings each month. A perfect example of this is when people get a raise. Instead of using this as an opportunity to save more money, people start to spend more. Unless you can control your urge to buy unnecessary things, you will struggle to maintain this cure. This is one of the cures. You will never become rich without controlling your expenses. Everybody must live by income minus expenditures equals savings. Part of controlling your expenses is establishing a budget. Less than half of Americans currently use a budget. I know that's right. Say that again. Because I know I started budgets by early as January. I was doing so good. Got off track. So this definitely is true. I'm going to read that again. Everybody must live by income minus expenditures equals savings. Part of controlling your expenses is establishing a budget. Less than half of Americans currently use a budget. To budget effectively, you need to divide your expenses into two categories: wants and needs. Dedicate roughly 50% of your budget to needs like housing and insurance. You should then allocate the remainder to your wants, which Clayson calls discretionary spending. All right, so it goes on to say, make your money work for you. Together, saving money and not spending stupid money is not enough to become wealthy. You also have to be investing your money. The first two curves, saving and controlling expenses, will help you with this third curve. The first two curves will provide money for you to invest. Every cent of your savings should be invested. If you then receive returns on your money invested, you should be investing these returns. If you do this, your wealth will slowly build. Now, I think about this often. They say it's never too late to invest. The only way that you're late if you don't do it at all, and you're doing it on your dying day. So you have to start as early as possible. Start when you can. So this is a good words of wisdom here. So I'm going to go ahead to the next phase here. It says, some of the best areas to invest your savings are stocks, bonds, or real estate. If you make a sound investment, your saved money will increase considerably. So do not let great opportunities pass you by. If a fantastic investment opportunity arises, make sure you grasp it. This might mean having to cut your expenditures further so you can make this investment, but it will be worth it in the long run. Good words of wisdom. All right, so he goes on to say in this chapter, finally, make sure you are investing in areas that you are knowledgeable, or if there is an opportunity that you are not knowledgeable, you may need to learn more. The best people to learn from are financial advisors. In The Richest Man of Babylon, there are several fictional characters who can be described as financial advisors. They are rich, self-made men who are endorsed by the king and other leaders. In the story, they are trustworthy experts who help other people making their money from them. So avoid being scared of hiring financial advisors if you are struggling. Okay, so this is a summary. It tells you to protect your wealth. The chapter also goes on to talk about own your own home. This is what George Samuel Clayson said. If a man setteth aside 9 parts of his earnings upon which to live and enjoy life, and if any part of this 9 parts he can turn into a profitable investment without detriment to his well-being, then so much faster will his treasures grow. George Samuel Clayson. Sounds like good advice to me. Talks about owning your property gives a person more confidence. Said renting a property is an easy way to waste money. I've heard arguments about this as well, especially in this market that we are right now. Ensure future income. This is something else that this summary goes into. I'll put this summary in the description below. Okay. Invest in yourself. George Samuel Clayson says, opportunity is a haughty goddess who wastes no time with those who are unprepared. Okay, that's a good saying by George Samuel Clayson. Also goes on to say the 5 laws of gold. Ahead of you stretches your future like a road leading into the distance. Along that road are ambitions that you wish to accomplish, desires you with to gratify. To bring your ambitions and desires to fulfillment, you must be successful with money. Okay, so That's George Samuel Clayson's another quote. So in the book, Clayson also provides a summary of how to make money. He calls these the 5 laws of gold. So let's look over those. He says, gold comes easy to those who save at least 10% of their earnings. That can be done easily. Okay. You make $20. All right. Put $2 to the side. All right. Gold labors diligently and multiplies for people who find this gold a profitable employment. Got to find, do something with your gold. So it said gold labors diligently and multiplies for people who find this gold a profitable employment. Put your money in sound investments. Number 3, gold clings to the people who invest their gold with wise people. You have to have a wise financial advisor, someone who has experience. Number 4, gold slips away from people who invest in unfamiliar purposes. And like I said earlier, you have to be knowledgeable of what you put your money into. And I've definitely fell victim to that many times in my life. So I'm learning now to talk to sound counsel. All right, number 5, gold flees from people who force gold into impossible earnings. Okay, so we have 5, as he called it here. He says, in the book, he also provides a summary of how to make money. He calls these the 5 laws of gold. Okay, the final summary and review of The Richest Man in Babylon. Let me read this. To the secret to creating wealth is spending as little as possible, saving money so you can invest, and investing in yourself so you can seize financial opportunity as they arise. To become rich, you have to think about your money like a tree. Trees grow slowly from a seed, and they need water and light to flourish. These 7 curves are the food for your money tree. That said, they cannot help your tree grow without hard work and consistency. Set out a logical plan and stick to your financial plan. If you do this and you work extremely hard, then money will accrue surprisingly quickly. All right. So this right here is a quick summary. I'll make sure I place this in. It talks about giving you a free PDF audiobook, animated summary of The Richest Man in Babylon. I have the book right here. I'm gonna be reading this every day, adding this into my daily routine. I just got finished getting off the treadmill, had to go downstairs and put on a clean shirt and everything. Get ready for this 4:30 stream so I can be on time. So I thank everyone who came in. I also want to share a video that I found of the first couple chapters that gave a summary as well. But before I do that, I want to acknowledge the people who came to the stream. Okay. All right. We have Rockamaz in the house. Thank you so much for coming in, my friend. And we also have BH Customs. How you feeling? BH Customs, I checked his channel out yesterday. He has some awesome work that he's doing. He's doing some silver pours. He's also making jewelry, bezels, and all types of stuff on this channel. So go check out BH Customs. I'll make sure I put his channel in the description below so you can go check it out. Okay. Rockamaz, quick question. Do you have a channel as well? If you do, let me know so I can go check it out. I would love to check your content out if you do have one. Okay. All right. So guys, that was The Richest Man in Babylon. This is what I found, the article, which I thought was pretty enlightening. I started reading the first chapter today. And I thought that, hey, you know what? Let's talk about the summary before we go straight in to the next part. So let me do that right now. I want to talk about a video that I found. But before I do so, I have to make sure I protect the channel by offering a disclaimer. And all that helps me to do it by the copyright. So let me go ahead and do that before I share this video. I'll be back right after this.
Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
All right, I'm hitting my computer and everything's shaking, but I'm back. Okay, guys, I want to share the video, and I'll make sure I put this video in the description below so you can check it out as well. It's a summary of The Richest Man in Babylon. If you don't have the book, you can also go to YouTube and check it out as well. So let's share that. Okay. This right here is The Richest Man in Babylon summary, George Samuel Clayson. Okay, so we're going to check this video out. Chapter 1 of what I read. All right, let's do that.
Historical sketch of Babylon. There was no more glamorous city than Babylon in history, surrounded by rich natural resources of forests and mines. However, this city was not having any forests or mines. Only resources available were fertile soil and Euphrates River. It was the engineering skills of Babylonians that diverted waters from the river and turned to provide city with abundant crops. Based on the riches, Babylon was attacked many times, but the wisdom of kings that ruled Babylon kept its existence for so long. However, Babylon does not exist anymore. When human forces, that maintained it for thousands of years, were withdrawn, Babylon turned into deserted ruins. This happened when Cyrus, one of the greatest conquerors of that period, intended to attack the city. Advisors of Nabonidus, king of Babylon, persuaded him to go meet Cyrus and give him battle without waiting for the city to be besieged. In succeeding defeat to the Babylonian army, it fled away from the city. Cyrus, thereupon, entered the open gates and took possession without resistance. Such a wealthy city is today just a heap of sand. No one knows about it until it was discovered by carefully removing the refuse of centuries from the streets. Studies show that this was about 8,000 years ago. It was a walled city. Babylonians were educated and enlightened people. They were the first engineers, first astronomers, first mathematicians, first financiers, and first to have a written language. Though paper was not invented by then, communication was done through clay slates. Libraries of such clay slates were found during studies. They were the original inventors of money. The eons of time have crumbled to dust the proud walls of its temples, but the wisdom of Babylon endures. Chapter 2, The Man Who Desired Gold. This starts with the parable of Bensur, a chariot builder of Babylon who has been building luxury chariots since many years. One day morning, he is sitting very depressed on a low wall. His wife tells that she don't have meals and he should work on the uncompleted chariot to get some money, but he is thinking something else. Then comes his friend Kobi, the musician, and requests to lend 2 shekels. To that Ibn Sir explains his financial condition, that he don't even have money to buy meals. Kobi tells Ben Sir that he should focus on building chariots, but Ben Sir is frustrated and explains his dream of being a man of means with a handsome purse, pieces of gold for future, pieces of silver to buy finery for his wife. He is thinking that despite working for so many years, he has not able to save some money and still he is struggling. This all is making him sad. Kobi.
Okay, so starting off with this chapter here, and this is the chapter that I read earlier today. And I had the gentleman who was the chariot maker, which described here in this short video. And he was worried about making enough money to supply some things for his home and for his wife. And he had this lofty dream that, hey, one day I'll be rich, but I've been working so hard and I have nothing to show for it. So his friend comes in and he asks, could he borrow some money? And he told his friend, man, I have nothing to give you, no money whatsoever to share. So both him and his friend are in a destitute manner. So How many people have experienced this or know someone who has? Make sure you put a one in the chat, or those who are watching the replay. Let me know. Can you relate to this part of the chapter? So you work hard. He has a skill. He knows if he sells what he's making, he'll definitely receive money. But he has an ability. He has the problem of not holding the money. So as we learned, and from the summary that I read earlier, that Arcad believed that you're supposed to pay yourself first. So you always have something. I've done that in the past, that I realized if I kept money, such as cash lying around the house, I'm going to find some way to spend it. The best way that I saved money was putting it inside a 401k. And put away. And then the second way was putting it in precious metals, because the metals, it took some time, it took some effort for me to take it to a coin shop or selling it online before I received the money. So I was able to hold on to something. That was me paying myself first. So this is one of the things that could have helped him. I just wanted to stop that and share that for a second.
What can a 100-year-old
and therefore profits not? But they don't know that same sun that shines today shone on their grandparents and will shine on their grandchild also. His first lesson was to keep a part of all the earning. He told to always pay yourself first, and it should not be less than 1/10 of the earning. Wealth is like a tree that grows from a tiny seed. The first saving is that seed. Sooner you plant it, sooner the tree shall grow. Also need to nourish and water this tree with consistent savings. Arcade follow this for 12 months until next visit of Algamish. Then Algamish asked for what he has done with the savings. Arcade replied that he had given savings to Asmar, brickmaker, to buy precious jewels from overseas to sell them at high prices. Algamish considered this as mistake as buying jewels from a brickmaker and told to grow a new tree of savings. As per Algamish, anyone who takes advice about his savings from one who is inexperienced in such matters shall pay with his savings for proving the falsity of their opinions. Saying this, Algamish left. He was right, as jewels purchased were fake, so Arcade restarted saving for next year till next return of Algamish. This time Arcade had entrusted a shield maker to buy bronze, who will pay him rent every 4th month. To this Algamish asked what he shall do with the rent. Arcade used that rent to buy wine, tunics, spiced cake. Algamish considered this as eating the children of savings and told him to first prepare an army of golden slaves to enjoy without regret. Now Algamish returned after 2 years, and he had turned into an old man. He asks for the progress. Lessons learned by Arcade till now were: 1. Learn to live upon less than earning. 2. Learn to seek advice from competent. 3. Learn to make gold earn for you. Since son of Algamish was not interested in savings, so based on progress of Arcade, Algamish offered him to look after his lands, and he shall offer him partnership in his real estate business.
So as we go on in this chapter, because I don't want to go too far, I went past chapter 1, but I wanted to share exactly how people could not listen to the sound advice that Arcade was given. First, he was saying that you do work, you make sure you save 10%. Always seek sound advice. You saw an example how the person made the money and he squandered the money away because he was sold fake jewels. Then someone took the money and bought wine and food. And Arcade says it's almost like you getting rid of your children. You're not putting your money in great use. You kind of squander it away. So there were so many lessons in these stories. So I'm gonna continue to read this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Like I said, my first couple pages today. We're talking about the original story of the chariot maker and his inability to give money to his friend, who he couldn't even loan money to his friend because he didn't have any for himself. So he had two men and destitute. And from that part of the chapter, they were now going to visit their friend Arkad that they knew from school with another group of people that had money issues. So I'm looking forward to reading this. That's what I wanted to do, to talk about the first 30 minutes of the live stream. I appreciate y'all guys for listening. If you would like me to put that video that I was playing and that I also shared the first and second part of the chapter, I'll put that in the description below, along with the article that gave me the original summary. And every day that I read the chapter, I will be sharing a little parts of the book as well. If you have read this book before, put a 1 in the chat, because I would like to know exactly what you think about the book. Okay. All right. So we stopped sharing that. All right. So guys, let me show you where I am with my watch hours. Thanks to you, I'm definitely moving up, and I'm very close to making my 3,000 watch hours. If it wasn't because of my friends that have watched my playlist, watched new videos coming on, commenting on a daily basis, I would not come this far. So I really appreciate you all. I know that my friends who've been here on a regular has been Rock Amaz, most definitely. I appreciate you. BH Custom has been in the house. I really appreciate you. And my friend from Germany, one and only Giuseppe Vincenti, he has watching hundreds of my videos during this month of October, man. And I appreciate you to the utmost. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for your comments. I just appreciate you helping me get to this goal. So let me share exactly where I am right now. But guys, one way to help today's stream is by doing what? Guess what? What could it be? Hitting that like button. Hit that like button to make sure that more like-minded individuals come in and enjoy the content. The first 30 minutes, I always talk about some type of topic. The next 30 minutes, I focus on the channel and also playing the live stream game. Okay, so let's do that. If you like to support the channel financially, you can do so by PayPal. Email me at jtcoinrings@gmail.com. If you don't have PayPal and do have Cash App for those in America, you can have a $ at JTCoinRings. This helps me to do the giveaways, pay for the postage and everything, so I can mail it out. It helps me do and also grow the channel. So thank you so much for those who have supported thus far financially. But I do appreciate everyone who comes to the stream every day and participate in the games. That's helped me out a lot, and by hitting that like button. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. Okay. All right. So let's go on to showing you where I'm at with my watch hours. Right now, I'm at 2,553. That's 2,553. That means I only have so much to go for my 3,000 watch hours. Once I accomplish the 3,000 watch hours, I'll be going straight for the juggler, for grabbing my 4,000 watch hours. None of this would be possible if it was not for my subscribers, which I call my family. I really appreciate you. Guys, let me let you know that we have a giveaway for the month of October. And guess what it is? It is a beautiful round made by this coin ring artist. He is a silver artist. His name is Reaper Precious Metals. Let's check out the commercial for this great silver artist. Most definitely, that's Reaper Precious Metals. He will be the silver artist that makes this beautiful round for you. This round is coming in the mail right now as we speak. It should be here this week, hopefully. This is not going to be the one. It's not going to be number one, but it will be just like this, a 1 ounce round with his logo on it, sold on the back, 0.995 silver. Guys, you have an opportunity to win this. All you have to do is go to this video that I'm about to show you, make a comment, okay? Go to this video, make a comment, and you have an opportunity to win this. When you get there, you want to say, I want a chance to win the Reaper Precious Metals 1 ounce round, okay? You want to subscribe to JTCoinRings and also subscribe or follow me on JTCoinRings 2 on my Instagram. And then I will be doing a comment picker, okay, on this channel on October 30th, 2023. 5 p.m. is the last time that you can comment, because soon after I'll be doing the YouTube comment picker. For the winner, you will be announced once I verify that you are a subscriber and you are a follower on my JTCoinRings 2 Instagram. You have a chance to win the 1 ounce round. For those who are part of my YouTube channel, those who are part of helping me here, who are not on Instagram, I have something special for you as well. So I'll have another giveaway. I will have that announced that day and let you know what you have to win, because I know that the majority of my subscribers don't have an Instagram. I don't want to leave you out because you made this possible of me reaching my watch hours, okay? So I don't want to forget you guys. Got a lot of love and respect for you, and I thank you so much for being here on the regular, all right? So Giuseppe says it will be close to end of the month. So yes, I'm hoping that I can reach the 3,000 watch hours in that time frame. It definitely will help me out. I'll see what happens. We all can see what happens. I think I can meet the goal. All right, so guys, let's move on. I wanted to talk about some things that happened in the community thus far. So let's go through my part of the report that I call the community report. So yes, this is an opportunity that I go around talking about things that I've been watching in the community, or it can be on Instagram, YouTube. I watch a lot of content, basically because my job allows me to, because all I have to do is sit down and do my task. And at the same time, I can look onto the side and see what's going on YouTube. So I have an opportunity to watch a lot of channels or check out a lot of content. So I want to make sure that I shout out my friend Skully Bones. He's also a coin ring creator, and I think that he needs some shine as well. I looked at his Instagram, and he has some beautiful coin rings. Some coin rings that I totally was inspired to purchase myself, to try to do the coin rings. But guys, I'm really big on giving other people shine as well, especially when they do excellent work. Skully Bones does some great work, and I think you'll check out his Instagram. I'm gonna make sure I put his Instagram inside the description below. Go by and check out some of his work. All right, he's out in Germany, but he does some beautiful work. So let me show some of the things that I've seen so far. This is some of the work I've seen on Skully Bones 13. He does excellent coin rings, but he also makes sure that he creates a pendant for you to wear as well, along with a chain. Beautiful work. Very skilled coin ring maker. I love that ring. One of my favorite rings there. I've done the Canada ring. His came out beautiful. The Memento Mori. Check his work out, guys. I would love that he can get up to at least 100 to 300 more followers on Instagram. because I need more people to see his work. So I want to make sure that I do at least a showcase of his new rings that he make every live stream. I would love for his Instagram to grow up to the upward thousands, you know, if I can do anything to help it, because he's a beautiful coin ring creator. His work is awesome. Okay, so go check out Skully Bones. I'll make sure that I put his Instagram in the description by the end of this live stream. Okay. All right, no problem, my friend. No problem. Okay, so guys, we're going to do a quick game of the game of what we play every month, which is, well, let me put it up first. Before we do that, let me put it up. We play every month a game of Hangman. Every live stream, a game of Hangman. So we're going to go check that out, right? But before we do that, I want to give one more shout out to a channel. So let me show two channels, matter of fact. Let's do that back to back. Okay. My first channel I want to make sure that I give a shout out to. Where is my friend from Hello America? There we go. We're going to do Hello America, my friend from Explore America, or Hello America, Red Step Stacker. Let's check out one of his skits he created for his channel.
Reflecting back on how difficult it was to obtain even one roll of toilet paper, this is my first time using a bidet.
And I will be reviewing the Samodra bidet for you right now. Ooh, all right. I'll be back in 1 second when that time. Okay, let's give it a try. Little to the left. Oh yeah, that's good right there. Oh yeah, there's a button for the left. I'm gonna have to give this one a 5-star review. And Scott Tissue, you're gonna have a problem.
And that's right there is Hello America. That's my friend Red Step Stacker. I think he's one of the most creative guys on the platform, because he has done an array of content on YouTube. This is just one of his channels that he created. He first started in the stacking community, talking about the history of coins. Then he went to do this channel, talks about reviews. He goes to different events around the country, talks about it there. Go check out Explore America or Hello America. Description is below. Go check out my friend Red Step Stacker. We also want to check out another friend. His name is Dre, Holla At Dre. This is a video of Dre visiting the cars of the Prince of Monaco. Go check out Holla At Dre. Let's check out this clip from his channel.
Heck, I wouldn't try that. They gave it to me for free. Man, it's hot in here, I tell you. He has a lot of cars. This is a Prince Monaco's collection.
That's Holla At Dre. Right now, we're trying to get Holla At Dre up to 500 subscribers. He's moving close. He's averaging around 125, 150 views per video. I've seen some as high as 500 to 2,000 on some of his things. He's doing a good job on this channel, but we try to get him up to 500 subscribers before he gets to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So make sure you go check out Holla At Dre travel channel. He's been to Italy. He's been to Tahiti, Hawaii. This guy's all over the place. Go check out his channel and go check out some of his travels. I've seen Giuseppe inside some of his shorts. So thanks so much, Giuseppe, for going over there and supporting Holla At Dre. I know he appreciated it. Don't forget, guys, go check out my Instagram at JTCoinRings2. That's JTCoinRings2. I'll make sure that I put that in the description below as well, so you can go check out my page. I'm trying to get that up, that growth on that as well. I passed 600 followers. I used to be close to 4,000 followers on Instagram before my account got hacked. So I need that to grow again. So if you can go over to my Instagram at JTCoinRings2, I would appreciate that, okay? All right, so guys, that's part of what I call the community report. I thank you guys for paying attention. Next, we're about to play the game, so let's stay tuned. Okay, guys, we are now about to play our game. We call it Hangman. Some people call it Stickman. Everyone has fun because this is one of the games on the channel that we gain the most interaction. This is definitely one of the ways that I have helped the channel get a lot of watch hours, but it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you. So I thank you all for joining me for these games. All we have to do right now is pick a category. Once we pick a category, the person who does pick the first letter, and that's all we got to do. Let's play about 2 to 3 games if we would. So who would like to pick the first category for this game? If not, I'll start it off. And we got our friend David Carlisle in the house. Thanks, Dave, for coming in. It's always good to see you. And, you know, Dave loves food. He loves food, you know. Every time he starts off with food. So that we're gonna definitely do that. Let's change the banner to food. So we be ready. Bam. You're on food. Now let's pick to see exactly what we have. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 spaces. It's going to be food. What's going to be the first letter? Food. Always food. That's what I'm talking about. I'm hungry right now. Just before the live stream, I just got off the treadmill. I had to put my treadmill work in today. So I'm like, man, I'm super hungry. So right after this, I'm going to have to grab something to eat and then get ready for work. David Carlisle says, we're going to start off with the letter E. Is there a letter E in the house? There's no letter E. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that important to have the first letter, the first try. Okay? We definitely can make up for this. Do anyone else have a letter? We now know Dave's helped us out. There's no E. He says, dope. Most definitely. All right. Rockamar says, we're going to try to get on the board. Is there an R? Is there an R? There's no R, Rockamar. Which is okay. We've started out like this before. It's no big deal, guys. We've been like this before. We've started before with 2 mistakes, okay? Now we're just head and body. As long as we don't get no hands and feet, we should be okay. Remember, guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's going to be the first letter that we get, okay? We definitely know it's not an R. David Carlisle says, let's start with an A. Is it all possible that we can get on the board with an A? Is there an A? There's no A. Okay, now I'm kind of confused. We do know this is a food. maybe we need a little assistance.
Help me! Help me!
Help me to understand exactly what this could be possibly. You know, I know it's dope. I know it's one of those things we try to figure it out. I'm just trying my best to like. I wish I could help you. I wish I could help you, but I'm scared I'm gonna mess up. But we got Rockamaz in the house. We also have Giuseppe here. You know, and we have a couple people in the background who may want to come up. We got Cons in the house. Cons is here. Cons is here to help us figure out what this food could possibly be. You know, we're going to figure this out. Cons, the category is food. We have not figured out exactly what is the first letter that's going to be on this board. So maybe you can help us out. If you can help us out a little bit, we just need a little assistance. We got 3 wrong answers thus far, but we know it's a possibility you may give us at least one that's on the board. Can you do that? Help us out, Con.
Get to the chopper!
I know he can do it. I know it's all possible. All right, so the first letter, Rockamaz says, you know what? I think I know. It's an O. Is there an O on this? There is 2 O's. Way to go. Rockamaz said, I have this. Good guess. Good guess. Now, what could this be? 2 O's in this food. Do anyone else know what it is? Rockamaz said, I'm going for the first snipe. Is he it? Right? Also, Giuseppe said onions. The first person that said it was Rocka. So let's see if it's onions. Is there an N? There is an N. There's an I. There is an I, and the word was onions. Okay. Both of y'all said it was onions. First person came up was Rockamaz. Congratulations, Rockamaz, for the win. Rockamaz, you can play again. Come up with the next category. We have foods, games, animals, sports, and random. What do you think it is? Now, this would have gave Giuseppe one of his first wins. Giuseppe, would that have been your first win? Or this would have been your second win? But it was definitely a good choice. Rockamaz says, please give me food. Thanks for making me more hungry, Rockamaz. Now I got a whole 7 minutes to think about food. All right, we're going to start this one about food. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 letters that we need to figure out. Oh, that would have been the first one. Don't worry, Giuseppe. I think you have another one in you. Let's see if you can help solve this one and maybe get a snipe. But you got some great opponents here today. You have David Carlisle. He's pretty quick to the draw. We got Cons here as well. And Rockamaz is no slouch. Rockamaz have definitely been putting in the work to solving these problems, okay? So let's see what we can do. What is the first letter to this food? Rockamaz, what do you say? What is the first letter? We have an A, E, I, O, and U. And sometimes a Y. That's the vowels. What do you think it is? I'm kind of stumped. I wish they could give us like some type of rule sometime, some type of way to figure it out. Let's go here. Rockamaz says, let's try an E. Ole, is there an E on this board? We do have an E. Way to go, Rocket Miles, to start it off. Had to take a drink of water for that. Way to go. Is there another letter that may be on this board? Who has a guess? Rocket Miles said, you know what? I can do this all alone, but you know, it's always good.
Help me. Help me.
Come get this, and then we'll see who can get a snipe. First thing first. All right. Anybody got another letter? The next letter is an R. R as in Ralph. Is there R in the house? There's no R. It's okay. Nothing beats a try. We don't know what it is. It's all guessing in this game. We got 55 minutes within the hour. Right? We're doing pretty good for the stream. We talked earlier about The Richest Man in Babylon. I'm reading this book right now. How many people in the chat have read this book? Put a 1 in the chat. All right. We got an L from Rakamaz. Rakamaz says, give me an L. Is there an L on this board? There's no L. We just trying to find a letter. Like, where is the letter? We have an E. Where are the other letters? We're looking. All we hear is the birds. Can we find another letter on the board? David Carlisle says, you know what? I think I have an N. Is there an N? There is an N. David Carlisle has said, you know what? I can find the letters. There it go. He slapped the N on the table. Is there another letter, or is there a snipe that make it happen? Do anybody think they know? Beans. There was a snipe. David Carlisle says, you know what? I've eaten enough beans in my life to know that this is what this is. So is this a B? If there is a B. A. And there's an A. And go ahead and make that thing plural in life. Go ahead and add that S. We have a winner. Congratulations. David Carlisle said, this is what I do. This is what I do. You know what? My favorite bean. Go ahead in the chat. Put your favorite bean in the chat. Mine is black eyed peas. I love me some black eyed peas. I like to make them with some smoked turkey meat. Good gracious. Add a little bit of tomato sauce and give me some rice. Goodness gracious. That's right. It says beans, good for your heart. There you go. I know that you eat enough of them, it makes you smile. Yeah, it makes you smile, and everybody around you frown. Well, we know what that. We know what it is, right? Congratulations. We got one more game in this. So go ahead, David Carlisle. We got one more game before we call it the hour. What is the category you want to pick? And if anybody like to give that first letter, let's knock it out. One more game before the hour, and we accomplished the goal. What could it be? That's going to be the last one was beans. The last category was food. I know. The more you eat, the more you clear the room. Clear the room. Especially my black eyed peas. I love me some black eyed peas. I wish I would have bought some this weekend, and made some. I'm going to have to do that. The weather is getting kind of chilly. We need a little warm foods. Most definitely. So, guys, which we're going to do? The more you up, the more you are we going to do the category to be foods, games, animals, sports, or random. Which one is it going to be? All right, we'll figure that out. We'll do food again. Okay, we do food. We love food. Nothing wrong with food. We definitely get a good idea. People would be pretty good with food as a category. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got 4 spots here. What could it be? The first letter would be what? What do you think it is? You know what? We'll figure it out right after this.
Take pride in your stack and wear it. Johnson Toe is an American craftsman who could take your favorite coin design and create art that you'd be very proud to wear and something very special to share. JTCoinRings, handcrafts, handmade jewelry, especially for you.
We are back. We're going to pick the category for the last game of the stream. The last game of the stream. Do any brave soul want to come up and try to solve it? What about that? I'll offer that as well. If anybody would like to come up and solve it, that would be cool. But David Carlisle said, "No, what? We'll start it off as a T." I'll leave that option open as well with somebody later on. Maybe we'll play one more game for a win. So T is what it is. Let's do a T. There we go. And it's no T. That's okay. It's okay. We out there looking for the first letter. What is the first letter on this Hangman? We know for a fact that it's not a T, but it's okay. It's okay. Khan says, "Oh no, get into the chopper." You know, and David Carlisle says, "Dope." Giuseppe says, F for fish. Is there an F in the house? There's no F. All right, there's no F. It's okay. We only got 2 mistakes. We're still looking for that first letter. Rockama says S. Is there an S? There's no S. It's okay. We're still up in the air looking for the first letter. What is the first letter on this chart? Giuseppe, it's okay. We only got 3 incorrect. It's only 3. We got a couple chances before the game could be over. But we got Cons 671 says he thinks he knows what it is. He says, "Do you have an L as in Larry?" Is there an L? There is an L. Congratulations. Way to pick it. Now that we know that there's an L, do anyone have a suggestion for the next? Don't worry, Rockamaz. We have a chance right now. We know that the category is food, and we also know that the first letter is L. And Khan said, "You know what? Let me go ahead and do this snipe." Khan said, "Is it kale? Is it the greens? Kale, is there a K? There's no K." We are searching high and low for the second letter on this puzzle. What could it be? It's not kale. All right, we tried that already. That's right. Get him to the chopper. We have to get him back. Let's find his meme. Cons, go back.
Get to the chopper!
He got to go back and recoup. Kale was a good opportunity, but he just got become a casualty. He's got to go back to the chopper for a second. All right, so what is here? He said he's down. He said, "Sit down, Cons." What could it be? We know that it's not kale, but that was a good try. It is 4 letters. It does have an L, as we know. But does it have an A? We don't have a K. But could it have an A? I don't know. What do you think, guys? We got one letter on the board. What could it be? Let's put our thinking caps on. Figure this out. Searching for that letter. What could be the second letter for this puzzle? I have no idea, guys. I can't help you. I can't help you. Y'all guys are pretty awesome, though.
Awesome.
So I think you can figure it out. We got two more chances before this game could be over. We have everyone in the chat trying to figure this thing out. So what could this be? Maybe you guys need to be inspired. What do you think? Let y'all know that those who came late, these are my new watch hours, 2,553. I will be gaining some more watch hours after this live stream because we definitely done 1 hour. We had 1 hour of participation as well. So I thank you all for being here, for helping me get the watch hours. But now we're going for the next letter. I don't think anybody want to make a mistake. We got Cons in the house, still trying to figure out what it is. We have David Carlisle in the house, trying to make a pot of beans. We have Rocker Maz trying to figure it out as well, thinking hard. And this gives to be a perfect opportunity for Giuseppe to come in for the win. So 4 good people who get an opportunity to figure out exactly what this could be. And Cons says, sit down, Cons. So he's sitting back. No one wants to try to give a guess on what this could. So what I'm going to have to do is for the host to give a try. So I'm going to try and say, is there an A? Is there an A in the house? There is an A. Okay, guys, now that I gave you the A, what do you think this is? Do anyone have a snipe? Or do anyone have the next letter that this could be? What are your thoughts? Next letter, or do you have a snipe? This could be easy. What could this be? So David Carlisle says, you know what? I think it's malt. I think it's malt. You think someone's making some beer? Isn't malt and beer? Malt? I think so. Let's try an M. Is there an M? There is an M. We do know there is not malt anymore. So who's going to be the first person who come with this snipe? Let's look at it. The L was used already. Rock Amar says, I got this thing. Do he get it? Is there a P in the house? There's no P. No P. It's not the palm nut. Palm oil. Definitely what I love to eat. Some of my favorite African dishes. So we know it's not a P. We got one leg left, man. We are hopping. We got one more try. Let's make this the best guess, because right now we going through.
No way. I have got to.
Oh, please, Jeremy, come on. Don't make me hop after you.
Or hopping out here, guys. We need to figure out what this first letter is. What could it be? A, L, M. What could be the first letter? Now, this is pretty difficult. I thought it was palm. Palm was a good guess, but it's not that. What could it be? I wonder. Putting on the thinking caps. Let's look at the letters we got left. We have a B left, a C, D, E, a G, H, I, N. Rocket Ma says, clearly something I don't eat. Right, I'm telling you. I don't know what it could be. You're absolutely right. And I don't know what it could be. You know, but maybe it's a nut or something. Some nut. Pause. I don't know what I don't know what that could be. A-R-L-A-L-M? I don't know. It's not palm. I don't know. I think they're trying to figure us out. Guys. We got 4 people in the chat. 2 people bounce. They trying to figure out what this could be. Maybe they're looking at Google and saying, you know what, I think I know what it is. I can't tell you. I'm going through all the letters we actually have here and trying to figure it out. Is it an N? Yeah, I'm clueless too. I'm pretty clueless too. I don't know what this is. Is it a U, D, a J, R, N, O, B, bomb? Or should we just give up? Put a 1 in the chat if we just give up because we don't know what it is. This will be the first game that we have a stalemate. Or is there going to be someone to come do a snipe? Yeah, bomb is like something we put on our lips. It's my guess, unless it's actually a nut or something. But a food, I don't even know what food is spelt this way. This is something new. Any other suggestions? Do you think we should give up? Put a 1 in the chat if you think we should throw in the towel. Put a 2 in the chat if you want to try to get it. What could this be? We have a B, a C, a D, E. We got a 1 in the chat. Okay. We have a G, a H, a Q, a R, V. I don't know what it could be. A Q, R. This will be the first one that we throw away. I have no idea. We got 1 hour and 14 minutes in this chat, and this is the first one that gave me a stump. Anybody else want to try and give a snipe? All right. We're going to give it a time stamp. Let's give it a couple more seconds. Let's see exactly, can anyone come up with this before we say quits? All right, let's do that. Right. Do anyone think they have it? Jimmy Lasari's in the house. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, right now we are stumped. Right now we have a food. And we only have these letters here. We don't know what it could be. We already tried palm. We also looked at bomb, but we have not committed. Do we want to commit to bomb? What is bomb? We're just trying to figure out this one word. Do anyone have let me look it up. Let me look up bomb. Let's see here. No, that's an ointment. Like an ointment. Let me see. I don't know what it is. So, guys, I think that we'll have the first one that we hit the drop. Let's give up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Calm? What in the hell is that? Was that a food? Calm? What is that? This game, let me see this. That doesn't make any sense. That's not a food. That's not a food. I mean, you can eat food to make you calm. That was crazy. Maybe stay calm when you eat food. Maybe that wasn't it. I don't know. I think Simple Hangman is having some glitch. This is the second glitch. Last time we spelled, it was a word spelled incorrectly. So I think the people who created this app didn't expect it to be played this much. Oh, guys. That was rough. That was absolutely rough. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on that, guys. Shaking my head. I know. Shaking my head. I agree with you, David Carlisle. I think it was definitely buffering. But what can you do? What can you say, right? All right. We played the game. It's the second time. Second time the Hangman had a hangover. For real. For real. Well, next month, we'll definitely try to play another game. I'll try to find another game for us to play. One that doesn't drink so much. But this right here is the drinking app. Okay? That's all kinds of wrong. Rockamaz, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. You know, Hangman has a hangover, just as Giuseppe said. I tell you. But what can we do? We give it a try. We have a little fun. But golly, guys, that would have us stumped. And I was like, calm? I'm thinking it maybe is a food from another country. But no, it's okay. We'll talk about this another time. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is the virtual kiss. Take care And I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream. Peace.
Take pride in your stack and wear it. Johnson Toe is an American craftsman who could take your favorite coin design and create art that you'd be very proud to wear and something very special to share. JTCoinRings, handcrafts, handmade jewelry.